Friends, I've been using Movie Pro as sort of my professional video program for Apple iPhone for a while. So this is shot on Filmic Pro. I've been reading about Filmic for a long time and should have bought it years ago, I guess, but this is a test. I'm shooting some anamorphic video. I'm not using an anamorphic lens, just in an anamorphic setting, a cropped setting. And I'm in 48 frames per second. I'm just going to walk around the yard and shoot a little bit of video and just see how it looks. So this is with Filmic Pro. Let's see what happens. Go away, Mr. Temperature. Give me auto white balance. Okay, cool. Just testing here to see how the focus changes as I get more focused down toward the valley. I'm going to tap the center here and see if that focuses on the valley. Not exactly sure how things work here. Aha, there's a focus button there maybe. Couple things there. You got circles you can slide around and little frames you can slide around. Interesting. Okay, this is Tony coming on for a quick voiceover. As you can see here in this video, there's this little square that manages focus, and then there's a circle that manages exposure. So I'm going to pop back in and we'll have a better example of this later. I'll try to move the circle. No, that's the, maybe that must be focus. There's a little square on my screen. I just went to the trees on the left. Trees in the upper left corner. Let's go trees in the right. I think this is changing focus. The circle must change where I set the exposure from. I just put the circle down to the lower left. It's totally in the lower left now, and I'm going to put it up toward the sky. Aha, it's like an exposure setting. Yeah, it's very cool. Let's change exposure on this. It's more sky now. Here's another test. I'm just pulling the focus back over to the bark on this tree. Now let's pull it over to the bush over to the right. Into the mountains up in the right. Back to the tree. There's white balance on the tree. White balance on the sky to the right. This is my backyard, and right now I have the focus. I put the focus center and the white balance is on the sky. Let's put it on my house over here. Blows out the sky somewhat. Back over on the mountains to the right now. This is pretty cool. Back to the sort of the sky here for the white balance. Let's see if I can get that to go in. That's not working now. Why not? Why not? I've got a red. Oh, okay. Wow, that's weird. The circle turned red for a minute. That is crazy. You can dial in sort of what you like to see here. I have no idea if I have my white balance set to some acceptable level a while ago when I did my little intro. But yeah, this is pretty excellent program. Just seeing how things change as I turn here. Again, I'm in 48 frames per second, 4K. I'm not sure what the bit rate is, but that's something I'm going to find out when I go in. Okay, so another thing I can do, I've got control over temperature. That's kind of cool. Let's see, what else do I have? I don't know what that means. Wait a minute. 33.14 shutter speed? Focus? Really? Okay, let's see. Am I getting? Look at that. Ooh. Okay, and focus. I see I can go in and out of focus here just by dialing that dial. I don't know how good my eyes are at doing this with this iPhone. Let's go back up a little bit with it. Somewhere along in there will be okay. I don't know what else I've got here. I'm trying to find out. Temperature. I can turn these off, right? So it looks like now they're both red, the buttons. If I drag this up here and I click on it, then it goes back to, I guess it means auto there is what I think it means when you go away from the red. But then if you need to real quickly change something here, exposure or otherwise focus, you can go dial into that there and dial it in the way you want it to be. That's pretty sweet. I'll go ahead and hit record here for a second. So that's that. I'm wondering how it do with screen capture while I'm focus in and out. You can do some cool effects that way. And click back out of this. Drag your focus over here and tap in it, and it goes back into the autofocus mode. Or up wherever you want to do your white balance and click that, and it goes back to that. Okay. What else do we have? I don't know what some of that. That's our battery life over here. In this, before it says, the timer's running. It shows my 48 frames per second 4K. Boy, it's dark, isn't it? Let's pull back down a little bit. Other temperature setting again. If I want to warm that up some. That looks better, doesn't it? Interesting. I've got a dB setting in the upper right. It shows what my, what does this white thing do here? Oh, it's a zoom. Check that out now, friends. I don't know, it's artificial zoom, I'm sure. There's no way that could, that's as far as it'll zoom in. Can't imagine that really being that good. We'll see though, right? One more time. Let's check those pixels out when I go back inside. That's pretty sweet. And what else do I have here? The other thing you have here are your settings, and this is where you pick all your different, I just see device. I wonder if that just saves your camera roll, remote control, or orientation lock. I wonder what happens if I do that. Let's see if that works the same way a GoPro does. Okay. Now I'm turning the camera. It's definitely stopping it somewhat, stopping my, I don't know, where is it? It's staying locked with my eyes here. I'm doing left and right with the camera. Let's turn orientation lock off. Let's see, where was that? Device, orientation lock off. And now if I turn it, it's much more pronounced, isn't it? Let's see, I don't need a remote control. Let's go back out. Hardware, what does that mean? Clean HDMI out, DJI Osmo Mobile. I do have an Osmo Mobile. I don't. No, I have a Osmo Pocket. Audio. Yeah, PCM, pulse code modulation 48. That's what I use. Frame rates, you can see here I've got 48 right now. And I've got presets. I can set presets, save current settings as a preset. Cool. Camera. We've got wide, ultra wide, tele, zoom, selfie, double take. Wide, tele. Check that out. Let's try ultra wide. Wide, ultra wide. Let's see how that ultra wide looks and shoot a little bit with it. Okay. Shooting a little bit of ultra wide. Let's change the trying to change my focus too here. Focus is not letting me drag. Interesting. Okay. Let's go back into focus here. Interesting, my focus is acting as a zoom. Huh. Okay, well, that's in wide mode. Let's stop for a minute. All right, let's go back to camera. What is zoom? Zoom mode must be what I was in before. That's just where I do this. Still looks like I'm in a wide mode, doesn't it? Wide camera angle. Let's go back to camera. Let's go back to just regular wide. And there's regular wide again. That's ultra wide. Wide. Tele. Let's go back to regular wide. Okay. What else do we have here? Stabilization. I can turn that on and off. It must be off now, right? Looks like it's jumpy. Stabilization on. Not as jumpy. That's me. I'm moving around some too. All right. CMS. Content management. I don't think I need that. Cool. Playing around with Filmic. Not actually recording right now. Now I'm recording. Let's try it and go inside and take a look. Is that how you mean auto everything? Maybe, I'm not sure. Brings up more controls up at the top. Oh, check that out. Huh. Check out the metering there. Crazy, so I can do my RGB or whatever. That is cool. All right.